Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm gonna be doing like a fall makeup look because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So I have everything set out here. Let me show you what that looks like. So here are all the products I'm gonna be using. So with all that ready to go, I'm just going to, oh, that's a blue hair. This one used to have blue hair. Gross. Anyways, I'm gonna start with my Lou hydrating serum. Hydrating treatment serum. Ah! No, just kidding. Okay. Home Alone? Anyone? Some of you might be too young to know what I'm talking about. It's fine. Okay, next is my 111 Skin Rose Gold Radiance Booster. I'm gonna have to get some more of this because she running low. I thought it was before, but now it's really getting down there. I do Care Straight Radiate Gold. Moisturizing Gold Gel Cream. I'm like, what is this stuff called? Sometimes I just like guess what it's called because I think I remember and I'm saying like the wrong thing for so long that I just like to double check myself and make sure I'm not doing that. Okay. So I'm gonna try to do something that has sort of like, I don't know, like an orange or gold gradient that isn't like a smoky eye, because I feel like I know how to do like a smoky eye look, but I don't want people to be like, oh, that's all she does. I mean, truth be told, this is for me to be doing self-care, but I also care what you guys think, because I know some people are watching videos because they want to know how to do certain makeup looks or techniques, and something that I'd like to learn. There's a couple things I'd like to learn how to do. I'd like to learn how to do the eyeliner that you like fuzz out or like blend out. Don't know how to do that. I also don't know how to do like a cut crease, and I feel like that's some things that just takes practice. So I'm willing to try that. Today, I don't think I'm gonna do eyeliner though. This is so slippery. This is the concealer in Porcelain. And I hear you're supposed to do like a triangle. I don't really like putting a whole lot of makeup anywhere but my eyes. I don't like having concealer on my nose. I don't like having it on my cheeks. I just feel like those are areas that it rubs off really easily and then your whole look can be ruined. I just like it on my like bags here, on the actual eyeball, and then, you know, line my brows ever so slightly. But I don't like it in here. I don't like it here. I don't know. You guys are probably like, you're crazy. Okay, normal sponge. Watch this. Here's my little doodad water holder. I know, I think that's so funny every time. Okay, so that's a wet sponge. It looks so weird. Okay, moving on. Now we just dab. When I first tried doing this with a wet sponge, it was not a good experience, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it with a dry sponge from now on. However, I did go back and try it again a different way. And it worked out pretty great, actually. So just goes to show you that if at first you don't succeed, you know, you can give it a couple more tries, and then, you know, before you decide that it's not for you, because maybe something's going on with your sponge or your skin that day might be a bit odd. But just give it a chance, you never know. Like, I also used that Shape Tarte Face Tape foundation, and the first time I used it, I think either the first time or the second time I used it, it was so thick that I hated it. But then I used it a different time and I used less, and it was much better. So you never know. I don't really like wearing foundation very often. I might on special occasions, but pretty seldom do I do that. Now, I try to make sure I kind of clean up my nose, as in, like, I don't want anything on my nose or between my eyeballs. Just cause, I don't know, I'm like that. The corner is real good. Now with a second dry sponge, I go in with my powder. Just roll it around and back up so it doesn't get all over my shirt. And I just do it the same way I did with the wet sponge. Just dab it all over. Now they say you're supposed to like let this set for a few minutes. Sometimes I have. Usually I don't. I just like to take my floofy brush and just brush away any extras. I get like the powder built up in the corner of my eyes. I don't know if it does it for everyone, but my eyes start to water if I don't clean it out straight away. So that's why typically I'll just wipe it away. And I feel like it's set anyways. I don't wear a whole lot of makeup on, you know, as far as foundation, like loads and loads of cream contours and stuff like that. So there's not a lot that needs to like soak up. It's a very thin layer of concealer. So, and after you use a wet sponge, it kind of removes some too. So there's that as well. All right. What's next? So I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Let me grab my little brush. Look at this. I'm actually brushing them before I grab the eyeshadow. How crazy is that? First time ever. I just want to brush these crazy things. I don't know where my little scissors are, or I would trim up these wild little hairs. So I'll just brush these down since I can't find my scissors. And I just take my Wet n Wild Au Naturel palette. This is the 754 Nude Awakening palette. And I go back and forth between 8 and 9. I'm just filling my brows while I practice Russian. Oh, are you waiting for it? Извините. Пожалуйста. 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 Okay, saying it wrong. Пожалуйста. Пожалуйста. Где Тверская? ulica. It kind of sounds German to me. Пожалуйста, где Тверская улица? Спасибо. I don't know if I told you guys this, but there's something really weird that happens when I'm practicing my Russian. I start thinking in other languages. Now, my primary language is English, but I will start thinking in Spanish. When I was just saying what I was saying right now, I said bonjour, because I was trying to think of how you say hello in Russian. Bonjour. That's not it. That's French. I know привет, but I cannot remember that proper one. That's like, I know добрый день. That's not what I'm looking for though. It's like good afternoon or something. Good morning. I don't know what my eyebrows are doing, but it's fine. Not really worried about it. Okay, next is bronzer. Lovecraft Beauty Bronzer. Aditya Farah brush, and we slightly brush it around. Извините, вы американка? Вы американец? Вы понимаете по-английски? Вы понимаете по-русски? Немного. Я немного понимаю по-английски. Но не очень хорошо. Russian is hard to get your mouth to like make the sounds that you're not used to making. But the more you practice, the easier it should get. This is a stiffer brush, and I'm using this because it wasn't blending out quick enough for me. This is the Stippling 40 FM brush from Farah. I'll make sure I didn't remove everything, but oh, Franny's investigating my makeup bag. Good move, Franny. Stay away. Doing anything. Okay, blush. Ulta Beauty Flushed Blush, Natural Finish in Flamingo. And these are cool because you can replace pans. See his little magnet. Little magnet. Boop. Boop. Doesn't fall out. Okay. Blush the face. I saw that it brushes were on sale. I think 50% off at Ulta. So for Black Friday. So we might be getting some new brushes. A lot of my brushes, so I have some favorites. My Firma 103 brush. This one came from Ipsy, but this is just a Wish brush. A lot of my brushes are Wish brushes unless they're sort of like mismatchy from Ipsy. And I would love to have a really nice set of brushes, and there was this black set of It Cosmetics brushes that were just amazing, but they're so expensive. And yeah, if they're on sale, that would be awesome. All right, let's try this highlighter and see how it does. Okay, okay. Not bad. It's got like a cute, would you guys chill out? It has like a cute, I don't know if you guys can even see that in this lighting that I have, but it has like a sort of color shift to it. Like a champagne, little bit of like a pink undertone to it. It's really cute. I approve. Good hair in my face. Don't forget your ears. Just kidding. Okay. So cool. Thanks, Makeup Geek. Huda, you can go in the drawer for now because we are good. Now let's get to the eyes. Starting with the Colourpop Truly Madly Deeply palette, I'm going to use the shade Matter of Fact with my Morphe M573 brush. Hey kids! And knock my lamp over. So I'm sweeping this over my eyeballs back and forth. Just covering the entire surface of the eye as a foundation sort of for my eye look. I like to have a nice even color across my eyes. I know that we've done concealer and setting powder and all that, but this is just one extra step to ensure seamlessness. Seamless. Okay, there's that. You can go away. Now for the interesting stuff. What are we gonna do with my eyes? Let's get these palettes open and see what kind of, like, there's some cool bronzy and gold colors in here. And a palette has a lot of like orangey and, you know, gold. And then Berlin Underground is just beautiful. Okay, and then the Morphe Boss Mood palette also has a lot of like browns and oranges. So we have to figure out what we are doing. First, I'm gonna take the SL Miss Glam brush. And what shade to start with? I'm thinking I might go like dark in the corners and light in the center. And I'm gonna start with Wind from the Anna palette. And just put it on the outer corner and kind of up in the crease, as well as the inner corner and up in the crease. Like we're making a little hug for whatever shiny stuff I'm gonna put in the middle. Silly. I am silly. Okay. And same thing to the other eye. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oui. Okay. Looking okay. It looks okay. Now, next. I think I'm gonna switch to pencil brush. Let's go with the crown pencil brush and make sure all of that purple is off of there. It doesn't appear to be, so I'm going to use a white. Oh my gosh, these are terrible. Okay, sweepy sweepy. Don't have a cow. I'm not trying to ruin my brush, don't worry. Okay, it's better. Now I'm gonna go in with Fired Up, which is like this orangey color. And I don't know what I'm doing. So there's that. We're just gonna put it on the eye wherever, you know, try to make it blend. Same thing to the other side on this eyeball, as in like the other side of the color hug. Oh geez. What is happening here? I feel like there is a disruption of foundation. Is that what's going on? What's going on? Okay. Look at my eye, looks terrible. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Okay. We fix, no worries. I don't know what that weird spot is. Let's take a Q-tip and investigate. I don't know if like the brush was too wet and it disrupted everything that was underneath that one particular spot, but something's happening there. So we're just gonna leave it alone and see if it'll dry, and then we'll move on and figure out what we're doing. So I'm gonna keep doing this to the other side. We have to like copy and paste our eyeball to the other side because this one doesn't look right. It's just not filming right. Okay. Tiger eyeballs. Okay. Now I'm gonna be weird and go into Charades from the Anna palette, which is like this brown color, and I'm gonna put it on the outer corner. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me why I do the things that I do. I just do them, okay? It's hard to make your eyes match. Like, if only there was like a tool that you could use to like take the look that you do on one eye and paste it to the other one. because this is a lot of work. I'm just being shady. Because I don't know, it's funny. Okay. Blending. I'm trying to blend this stuff. I'm not having the best time with it. I think because I applied it first with that brush that was sort of wet. The other thing is, I think that spot happened because I cleaned that brush with a makeup removing wipe, so it probably had like some residue still in it despite me wiping it off. And it just probably cleared out the makeup in that spot, but no big deal. All right, I'm just going back and forth with the shades that I've already used to try to blend whatever's going on here, which I still don't really know yet, but that's cool. We'll do this on the very inner corner as well, just to match. I don't typically do like browns or oranges very often, so it's cool to try something a little different, a little out of my color palette. I like more like reddish, or not really reddish, but like sort of purple and more neutral, natural colors, I guess. Okay. It's looking okay. Now I gotta figure out what I'm doing with the center here. I have a lot of options for colors, so I think I'm gonna go into the Berlin Underground palette and use Hansa, whatever that is. It's like a sparkly brown, and I'm gonna put it on this outer corner over top of this just to give this sort of some sparkle. It's in like same color family, it seems. Same thing on the inner corner. I don't know what Hansa means, but if I had to guess, I would say pretty. Because it's so pretty. Okay, just kidding. It's probably, I'm not guessing that that's what it means. And I'm going to take this little Farrah brush. This is a 65E large shading brush. And I'm just going to blend these corners out, you know, around where I've placed shadow to sort of diffuse the line that's created when I'm doing this. And I'm going to take the SL Miss Glam brush and just sort of do the same thing. Go up on the tops of these shades and try to blend them out so there isn't any harsh line going on. You know, I don't like a harsh line. My cats are dumb. That's all there is to that. My cats are dumb. Okay, and I'm gonna take that Hansa that was left over and just sort of pat it on there as well. Such a pretty shimmery shade. Love it. Okay. I think I'm gonna take Wind, which is the shade that I first started with, and I'm gonna put it in the center here as like a sort of base for what I'm gonna do. It doesn't need to be too colorful, but I just want sort of a color base because I'm gonna use shimmery golds and I'm not sure how opaque they'll be, so I just kind of want like a foundation color underneath for these to really pop. And I'm gonna try to blend this together a little bit. Just sort of connect those looks. Okay, now I need my fan brush to brush away any fallout that's gone. There's a little bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy that we need to panic about. And then I'm gonna take Q-tips in the corners because there's definitely some browns going on in the corners. Okay, and I'm going to use Bright Eyes to start. Bright Eyes is such a pretty orangey color. I'm gonna kind of put it on the perimeter, the outer part of, I'm gonna put gold in the middle, so I just want Bright Eyes kind of like about to touch, but not really touching in the center there. So it's gonna sort of be over Fired Up, where we placed Fired Up. And this is definitely gonna be a sparkly eye look. You know, I love me some sparkle, so I don't even care. I know you're supposed to like do mattes and shimmers, and you're not supposed to do all shimmers, but this is my makeup, okay? I'm not like signing up for a fashion week thing. This is what I like to look at, and I like to look at sparkly things. So, okay. Now that that is done, I think I'm gonna take, I'm not gonna use Smashbox. Well, maybe I'll use, is there anything I wanna use out of here? Not really. Okay, so Smashbox we're not gonna use today. Also, okay. Moving along, we're gonna go into the Berlin Nomad Berlin Underground. Sorry, there's that thing I was talking about where I was not really sure if I'm dyslexic because I say things backwards. Maybe there's something else. I refer to it as dyslexic, but I also know that that can be kind of insensitive to just name yourself something without actually having a diagnosis. Like, it kind of bothers me when a lot of people say, oh, I have PTSD, or I have OCD. Like, there are people who legitimately have these things and are struggling a lot, and maybe you just like things to be a certain way, but it's not running your life. You're not OCD. And maybe you've had a traumatic experience in your mind where your foundation ran out and you had to use a lighter shade. But there are people who have seen things that have changed their life forever and they will never be the same. They have PTSD. Maybe you have PTSD, I don't know. But I just think it's a good idea to be sensitive about things and not make light of conditions that other people legitimately have. So I know I say that a lot, like I have dyslexia, but there are people who literally cannot read because their dyslexia is so bad. I know there's like mild forms, there's moderate forms, there's extreme forms. So just a little like PSA to like just be sensitive about the things that you say, because you never know who's watching and who's struggling with things, and we don't want to make light of other people's struggles. So I apologize for anything that I may have said. This is sort of something that I've been working on recently, so I know that I have said these things in the past, and I have made light of things, said I have PTSD, said I had OCD, all of these things, but until I get a diagnosis, that's not really fair. So I struggle with things flipping around in my head when I look at them, and that's all I know. Moving back to the makeup look, sorry. I'm gonna use Helden. It kind of reminds me of Helglin, which is from Skyrim. But I'm gonna put this right on the center here. because, whoa, that is a pretty color. Look at that. Ooh, girl. I can't get over this Berlin Underground palette. Nomad, you guys are my favorite. I really need to buy more Nomad palettes. Their formula is such a creamy, smooth, blendable formula in every shadow that I've had of theirs. Just like beautiful. If you guys are looking for a palette that's really easy to work with, highly recommend this palette to you guys. I have zero complaints about them. So yeah, if I didn't think that it would drive you guys crazy, I would probably just do my makeup with their eyeshadow palettes all the time. Now, that's not to discredit the other eyeshadow palettes I have. You know, the ones I have I really appreciate, I really like. I think they're pretty, but I can, with 100% certainty, say that of all the palettes that I have so far, the Berlin Underground palette is definitely my favorite. And I got a lot of palettes, so just saying. Okay. I think that that is looking really cool. What do you guys think? Does it look cool? Okay. I kind of feel like the top here needs a little bit of something to sort of blend it out, tone it out. I don't know. So I'm going to take Wind and go just on the tops here and try to get this to sort of not look super harsh. I'm using this SL Miss Glam brush. Got this from Ipsy. And bring it into the corner here. And I'm also gonna go back in with the Truly Madly Deeply palette. And I'm gonna take this Farrah 205 Fly Wings brush and I'm gonna get it slightly damp. And I'm gonna go into Matter of Fact, which was that shade that we first laid down. And I'm just gonna go along my brow line, like right under my brow line, because for those of you who are familiar with my channel and have seen me before, I don't like my shadow to touch my eyebrows. Like whatever color I'm doing, I like there to be a nice little space of like clear, I don't know, clear area. I can't think of the word I'm trying to use, but I like for this to be nice and clear. And as I'm using this, I realized that this Matter of Fact shade, maybe there was already product on this brush before, but it sort of looked pink. Let me just make sure that this brush is super clean. And we'll try this one more time. Just to make sure. Oh, it is kind of pink. Oh, well. Okay. Well, doesn't matter. Okay, once that dries, then I should be able to like fan it out, blend it out, tone it down, whatever. Close that up. Put that down. Now, I do kind of want to use Arendelle. I just don't want to cover up Helden. So let me just take a peek at how this is looking. Okay. It's looking pretty so far. I want to kind of bring it down and to the bottom as well. So we're gonna go back in with Wind. Bring it on the lower lash line. I don't put things on my waterline because It makes my eyes water really bad when I do. I have yet to find a product that doesn't move out of my waterline and flood my eyeball. Like, I've tried black eyeliner before, and I just ended up with literally black in my eye. Like, the whites were all black. It was not a pretty look. So now I'm using Charades, which is the brown shade in the Anna palette. And I'm bringing this into the inner corner and the outer corner of the lower lash line because I want to sort of mirror the look that we've already done on the top lid. And going to go into Helden right in the center there. I don't think I'm gonna use Bright Eyes on the bottom just because I want to more highlight the Helden, and Bright Eyes, I think it's good where it's at. So there we go. That's sort of the bottom look thus far. I do want to put more on this side because I don't know if it's just the lighting, but it feels like this side isn't as bright as this side. Okay. Now I'm going to take this other Farrah pencil brush and I'm going to take Arendelle. Just a little bit. And I'm going to put it right on the lower center. Actually, I'm going to kind of try to get it a little bit in there. I'm not going to put too much because I don't want to cover up Helden, but I just want these sort of like flecks in there. And these are like bigger chunk glitters than the shimmer that's in Helden. So it'll add a nice like chunky glitter to it, but it won't cover it up. It's not opaque. It's just adding like little stars in there. A little bit of stardust. So the color that's shining through is still Helden, and my word, is it pretty. Also, another little PSA, this Arendelle shade is not eye safe. So I'm doing this because I feel like it, but you're actually not supposed to use this on the immediate eye area. I know those of you who probably purchased this item might be like me and you don't read any of this stuff on the back because, I mean, I don't care. I just look at it and I go, oh, so beautiful. But I want to make you aware because if I didn't and I knew this information and I didn't share it, I would be not a cool person. So you don't want to use that on your eye. It is dangerous. Now, you can do whatever you want, but you've been warned. All right, so I'm gonna close up these palettes because we are done with the shadow. Oh, girl, I'm happy. I think it looks really pretty. Okay, now I don't really want to do eyeliner, but I may have to because I do want to do lashes. And when I do my lashes, it has black lash glue, so all right, we're just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna take the slightest bit of black liner across the top of this eye because this eye looks weird. All right, guess we're doing eyeliner today. Okay, there we go. I feel like that kind of makes the lashes transition a little better. I didn't do a wing though, so different. All right, guys, that is it for the eyes. I'm just gonna finish off with some gloss. Oh, Ofra and Madison Miller. This should work. Voila, we are done. Okay, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a fantastic day. I have fuzz on my lip. I hope that you always remember no matter who you are or where you are. You are loved. I have more fuzz, and you are enough. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Bye.